Yanyantechua, and maybe I'm discovered for Europe, Akuma Busia for Ghana. No, me used to tap send, tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Eye easy, eye convenient, eye fast, and sounds so free. Won't you share? Me discover ye map him. Tap send. Intienne. Also download the tap send app. No, ever mobile phone so free. Na first kakomo Busia for Ghana for na. Tap send. Papa no.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Push sugar level for check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Emre tudo nani etena ka mu kwantin akotonyo mabegu ye shop mu se ubenya ni nyina ofako enno so ya asem foforo owo so to mfa ko sika swane ne mpatamu anasa achimota lapa se kosi nsawam. Jimmy Dale is your one-stop shop distribution for wholesale and retailers. Safa drinks, insure, enyane, anasa ade bia wo pe bia. So wo koton ko ade a ene bia wo se wutu mu a eye Jimmy Dale. You can locate Jimmy Dale Ventures at Giga Junction inside Soto. Or call us now on 0208-920-996. Jimmy Dale Ventures, the official sponsor for Sammy Flex TV.
If there is any day that we can make the most out of it, then it is today. You have to make the most out of today and nothing else. My name is Sammy Flex. Welcome to Showbiz Daily, right here on Sammy Flex TV. And I'm going to do this with you within just some 2 hours. We're going to talk about everything that is important in our showbiz space with my charges. Nana Regan already in your shot, in Team Dodo Solomon in the middle, and I also have Kojo, aka the Lion Man, aka Ghana's Discovery of the Year. He is the latest discovery of the year. The whole of Ghana. He is the artist everyone is talking about. I'm sure Kojo will be winning artist and new artist of the year come next year. You know, today my daughter Julia was asking me, is Kojo King a new musician? Really? I swear. Where we're going, so that today who is going to say, today nobody particular, but I'll be recording with Kojo King, Regan, and Jamos. Is Kojo King a new musician?
Yes.
Ghana's latest discovery. That is Kojo King is right here. In Team Dodo Solomon is also here. Our online manager, Nana Regan, is here, promoter manager. And we are about to do it like we have always been doing it. My name is Sammy Flex with the production boys, aka Jackie Boating Boys. The guitar Rasta is on camera. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. And Dimano Foyula PG is the producer. I also want to say thanks to you for always choosing to be with us here on Sammy Flex TV Showbiz Daily. And to all the beautiful people who keep supporting what we do here, God bless you guys. We are so much appreciative of your great work, support, and more. It's been long, Nana B. Hope you're good, big man. Bringing you greetings, bringing you love from Ghana and to everybody out there. Some interesting topics on our platform today to discuss. But let me ask Kojo that since his discovery, how has town been for him? Kojo, since your discovery, how has town been for you? Calls here and there.
Oh yeah.
What are people saying?
Like Stevie Apia would say, phone keep ringing. They keep calling. Yeah, so a lot of people are calling. They are just amazed at the delivery I put out there. And some of them even want to find out whether I did it myself.
Oh, okay, they doubt.
Yes, they doubt. There was one funny guy who wanted me to sing
the whole phone. Like they doubt you did it.
Yes, on the phone to see if I really did it. Yes, I'm not surprised because they've been seeing me doing more of panditry on radio and TV. So most of them don't know the other side of me. So I understand why some of them are shocked. But the whole feeling is I'm happy and they are loving it. And the feedback on social media is great. Having people, now people have been learning the lyrics. They are singing it out loud. And it's a good feeling. I'm just happy I'm able to bring a piece of art and the masses are loving it. So the feeling is great. It's great. And now people want me to enter into songwriting business here and there. A lot of advices. Others want me to pursue music. A whole lot of advice from the people. Okay. And it's great. It's great to get that feeling.
That's a good feeling. Thank you so much. Now we pray that all your plans and wishes for the music thing comes through, as we also encourage Nash, aka Dean, to be part of what we want to do, promoting Kojo, signing on, and bringing out the real hidden talent in him out. We pray it happens. We'll be talking about P Square FBS. Tick is also in the news, and we will also be talking about some issues on Entry Gali, former Entry member. We will be talking about some of these stories here on the show today. But first, let me start with some reviews on UTV's United Showbiz that happened just last Saturday. We have some 1 or 2 flashpoints in the show to discuss here on the platform. Remember, you can also join us. I think what I'm gathering is that last Saturday's program on the platform was one of the best for some people, because to them it was less controversies, it was fraught with more talent discovery, and again some revelations that so many people did not know. Some of us, we were not surprised, because Xdo, I've been watching Xdo perform on several platforms. I've been in touch with him on several occasions, and I know what he can do. I'm sure the number of people who were surprised is because they don't know him, because they have not been following all these people. They only follow last week's community and the kiddies. We follow everybody, so we know what everybody or what any of them can do. And Xdo proved himself, Tick proved himself, I'm sure Katachi also did, and everybody is talking about them. Now something transpired on the show when Tick, in one of his deliveries, described entertainment journalists, entertainment presenters, entertainment pundits as people who are empty and sometimes childish. I never believed it until I read it from some quarters on social media, and I told my producer, like, confirm, did Tick really say this? He brought me the video and I realized that, oh, okay, so Tick said it. But it looks like the industry, as usual of us, everybody is calm. Unlike if it had come from someone like Shatta. I'm sure like by now, hell has broken loose. Everybody is going to market with it. Those who will be firing him, and the fans will also be supporting him as usual. But when Tick said the same thing, in the same manner, same fury, everyone is quiet. And I'm asking, what really is the problem? Like, what is wrong? What is happening here? Maybe you also did not know he said that. I want you to watch a bit of that video, and when I come back, we start the discussion here on Showbiz. Remember, you can also join us with your comments. Be part of the flow. Let's do it together. As always, welcome. Watch it.
Say your cast near car, near call your. But sometimes somebody like just say your cast near car, near call your. But sometimes somebody like journalists, important say you're stepping in. But this man, I want to applaud him for that.
Okay.
Me try once, you know, me and I'm busy pa, and because me share your entertainment shows now. Omon can't answer same. But United Showbiz sometimes me can't say na obi challenge obi productively, not just say kasake. Nipa no your host na kasa no oni bibia no nsuya de. It is depreciating everything to me because they all cannot me answer the bro on TS so. It's what you're saying is all like childish. Do you know why I'm here? I'm here because I respect you people. Period. Yeah. Me wasting my time because be a 3 man be documenting Nigeria na documenting your music as
And some pa. Now Tiki is saying that he doesn't listen to so many entertainment platforms because one, most of them are dumb, they are empty, they are childish, and he only agreed to go on United Showbiz because that is the only platform where they speak wisdom, where they speak sense, where they speak facts. I say, hey. I'm happy Shatta Wale did not say this. Like, I'm happy this did not come from Shatta Wale. I'm so happy about it. Kojo! All correct.
Wait a minute, I'm fire.
All correct.
Wow.
Yeah. No, Obi, you like, not person go post say, and I wanted to just sarcastic, like I was going to post. I wanted to discuss this topic, but I did not come from Shatta, so I won't discuss it. I just wanted to be sarcastic with them post. I said, okay, let's finish with this show. Let me listen to your opinions before we look at the next thing. So there is winter in Ghana, so our air conditioning should come down small. Yeah, to those who live abroad, we also have winter now, in case you don't know. We have winter. Ghana is very cold. We have winter in Ghana now. Yes, Kojo, let's listen to you.
Well, Tick is a very experienced musician. He's been in the game for far too long. So he's seen generations of journalists. And he has tasted how different generations they have done their thing. So he has observed maybe his time doing what the journalists around what they were doing as to compare to the new age, basically the internet age now, that what they are doing as well. Yes, there are several of our platforms, some of them are not doing the right things. Yes. And so most of them, personally, I have issues with some of the platforms with the things that they discuss. And we even went to the extent that it is because of the pressure also coming from some of their radio managers, program managers, wanting them to trend on social media. So leave you, the presenter, nothing to do than to make sure whatever
you do
content,
any of those things.
Yes, whatever will trend you, get out there. But to make it that Omon can't Nyansa Sembia no die. That's what they are frail. That is where my disappointment comes in. Because you can be that, okay, some of them are not doing the right thing, or they don't say anything reasonable. But if you say all of them,
did he say all of them?
Of course, he says Omon can't. Yes, maybe you can play it back for us to listen.
Now, Omon Kano, does it qualify to be all?
Omo, so Omo. You can say Omo, next woman.
That's a majority.
Ebi o kase ebimo.
Okay.
But when you kase omentie entertainment shows, Omo nka nyasa sembia. So every entertainment show happening in around the space is part. And so if they are not saying anything sensible, how come there's been this change in the industry? We always hear feedback from some of the musicians, both upcoming and established. Shatta Wale was here, and he spoke well of the platform here, that he learns a lot of things from here. So if you say that's blatantly, then I don't know what you are trying to say, but deducing from his tone and the delivery, you can see pain. He's pained over whatever reason he feels that maybe the industry is not doing right to him personally as an individual. And I believe he must have had encounter with a lot of the media people, especially that cliche that we think they are outmoded, they are no more in the news and stuff. So he feel that these new media are not for him. Hence, the way he attacked us like that. And I think it's not the best. In as much as, yes, we may have some few bad ones amongst us, a lot of them are doing so well that you could even go ahead and mention one or two. And you also said you don't listen. So if you don't listen, you say you don't have time, you don't listen to them. So if you don't listen, how did you know that?
No, he started not listening after he realized you guys are childish.
When?
And you are empty.
That is when.
We cannot be so sure.
Yeah,
But that is what he meant.
Yeah, so maybe after you left, things have changed. So if you are not listening to anybody, you can't judge them or put all of them into a box and lambast them. You need to be on guard and make sure that, okay, 1 or 2 or 3 platforms are doing well. Then we can even use them as a test case. But I know now he's no more doing music, so I think
you cannot say that for a fact.
Oh,
you can say he's not active.
It's the same thing.
No, it is not the same thing. It is not the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
But that's what I feel now. He's no more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not active musically.
That was.
No, it is the same thing. No, Chemo, he has not stopped music. Yeah. I'm sure from time to time.
But now he's more into business.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So say he is not business,
active. Joints and stuff. So the attention is there. And you could deduce from the way he was speaking that, even if you want to do music, the interest, I think the percentage will be around 30%. Mm-hmm. And in a modern competitive world like this, if you want to do 30% music, mm-hmm. to put your music career on hold for a whole number of years and still want to combine, I don't think he's ready for an active music business now. So he can go on this tangent and lambast journalists like this way, knowing that he might not even need anybody again. So let me speak my mind anyhow. If you have identified, we as journalists, we condemn certain platforms when we feel that what they are doing is not right. But we can't disrespect everybody. Yeah. And I believe he's working with journalists. He's working with Edem. Yeah. And Edem goes onto a lot of entertainment platforms. But Edem is working as your aide. So doesn't mean Edem is...
it could even be a factor. It could even be a factor.
That
the guy who has been going to platform that is in our camp, he knows his mental... he knows his mental...
Then what becomes of you? Or he goes about speaking about you and stuff. And he's part of the system that you are condemning now. So he should take off the pain. Yes, it is systems. Nobody force him to go off music for so long and decide to come back. That mentality of maybe you guys are old, yes, it is with Ghanaians. It is up to you, the musician, to accept it. That, okay, I'm old. But if you take a sabbatical leave for more than whatever years and you decide to come back, definitely you struggle. Ebo Taylor is still touring at his age.
Yeah, I've seen the tour dates.
Exactly. At
crazy.
His age.
It's crazy.
Ambule is touring at his age. All of them, these old people are touring. So you around your 40s, if you decide to leave music, maybe 10 years of your life, maybe he was around 35, and you left, you spend, let's say, 10 years, then you want to come back. You don't have to blame anybody. There are changes in the environment. You can decide to adapt to it or let go. Nobody will force you. Okay. So the statement is unfortunate, and I don't know if Arnold responded to it.
I've not seen it.
He was seated right.
I mean, he was praised.
He praised Arnold.
Yes, he was praised.
He said, "You are good."
He was praised.
Okay, so he has praised.
Yes.
Now the rest. Oh, okay. So he was that smart to praise him.
Yes.
And now he can fire the rest.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't think. Yeah, I know. Tick has that fire.
Yeah.
He doesn't fear anybody.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't be perturbed when people also come at him.
But as you wrap up, are you shocked or surprised that it is not being mentioned among the media people, the entertainment people? If it had been a Shatta Wale making that statement, would it have been calm like it is now? Like calm like it is now?
I think they are looking at viability here, as in take
Won't sell.
exactly. You know, if it is take.
Okay.
If we try to push, rather, he is going to be on the advantage side. Yeah, but if it was Shatta, yes, we know Shatta, the people will jump on him, but maybe take. Probably he want to release something or get to the trend, so let's let it go. Or also he's seen as an OG, a senior, so that respect, let's give an OG who is not even active as we are talking about right now. So I think.
But if you are talking about OG, Shatta is in the same category.
Oh,
because Shatta has still forced himself to be with the league. That's
is
why.
about 40 years.
No, what I mean is, at the time Tick was reigning in music, Shatta too was around.
1999. There about.
Yeah, when was Bokoho? We have to just confirm when Bokoho.
Bokoho is in the 2000s.
Okay. So,
well,
but Shatta is not new like.
No, but we were all there. We were all there. We were all there. But the point is, the era, and also even when you talk about OGs, there could be an OG who is modern.
Yeah.
Right. So he's still fresh in our faces. Yeah. So.
Chamo, come through. What do you also see here? Yeah. And as to why the industry is calm, and like someone has not said anything.
That one there is obvious. Take will not sell if you go that direction.
Oh, okay.
Because we don't know him for that. Like he's not been doing it consistently. As in every day, Take is saying this, Take is saying that. Like he's not been doing that, so he won't sell. And then he is not active in music. He's not in our faces all the time. So the same thing when you even mention the younger generation may ask
some of them, who is he?
Who is he? And then now you have to explain who TikTok is before you come to the conversation. So I think that's why it's not flying like that.
Oh, okay.
And for the way he said it, I think he has issues with somebody in the industry, especially the journalists. And this was an opportunity for him to
come back at them.
Hit back at them, and he went in that direction. When you listen to the whole thing, I mean, you could see that he was just angry and ready to fire somebody. But
he was just ready to fire someone.
Yes, and he wasn't, I mean, careful enough to maybe direct it to that person. He just threw it anyhow. So some people will catch bullets and
stray bullets,
and that is it. But I think it's unfortunate. I mean, a senior man like Tick shouldn't be saying things like that. I mean, he has every right to share his views that some people are not good enough, or some people are not even good. And that one we all know is obvious. So if you have issue with some of them, go direct at them based on what they said. Yes, I remember he went for an interview and he said that they were playing.
It was on GH1 TV. I remember too.
So if you have an incident like that and you want to address at this time because you have opportunity, why don't you be straightforward and say that these people like that, I went to their platform and this happened and I think they are not good enough to do the right thing or something. But if you push it to everybody, it's not.
You also feel the statement there means everybody?
Oh yeah. It's obvious. It's everybody. The only person out is Hamlet.
Yes.
Because
and the United Showbiz
platform at the time that he was there. Because he came here not long ago. I think it's almost 2 years.
Yeah.
So when did he realize it, and would we be part of it or we are out? So when you generalize the statement, now it's up to people who are listening to decide whether they are part or not, and then retaliate or keep quiet. That's the point. And now he's lucky people will not really push it because it won't sell. That one there is obvious. He's not doing active music now. He's not in our faces all the time, or we are not hearing from him. It's once in a while, then he will come and do his thing and go back. That's why it will not sell. But to general, the way he did it, I think he was angry. You could really see that this guy is angry. And he was just giving it to left, right, center. And maybe now he may realize that, no, I think I didn't.
I misfired.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if there's anything at all, if people put it, I'm really sure he will come and apologize or something. But we should take it as one of those things. I mean, sometimes we all misfire. So if he misfires, and now I have no doubt that he will really feel that he didn't do it right. So we should just take it like that and leave him. But when you compare to maybe somebody like Shatta, if Shatta was the one saying something like this, then yes, and no, that one is because people really want to face him in quotes, like So if you say something like this, now you have given them opportunity or the tools for them to
come and fire someone at you. Okay.
Yes. So if it was Shatta, then we will be talking about different things altogether. But this one, he's free because he's not frequent. He will not sell now. He's not being active.
Yeah.
That's
Wow. Nana, wrap up for me on this one.
I think it's a foul comment from TikTok.
Okay.
It's very unfortunate, and I'm very, very disappointed in another someone Breed. I don't know why he was swayed away with that from full respect of saying, oh, I respect this platform, that is why I came. In fact, if TikTok gets off the platform, in his mind, they are all inclusive of
Every day he said, he just
and he said that's why he likes them.
I mean, he was just coward on the show. That's just it. Because if you want to, I mean, United Showbiz have been under criticisms for over a month now. And it is all because of the content they put out. So what are you sitting there talking about? I think he was just scared that, Arnold is the type
patronizing them.
Arnold is the type that after comments like this, he will just go straight maybe on entertainmentghana.com to go and write a full article about you, or maybe he will put a write-up on Facebook for you to also look like, you did not speak well. And he was just trying to avoid that thing. That is why he will say, oh, I know maybe I won't count. I mean, you cannot say that. He should go back and check his prime time. How many entertainment shows did we even have in this country? And how much time was given to entertainment shows? Does he know why today it has become important that when you put up a platform, you should have entertainment, you should give entertainment some space. People have made a lot of effort, and it's that credit should go to the media and Pundit. I mean, it should not. I'm not saying that we don't have bad nuts among us. We have some. In fact, personally, I have criticized some of these presenters that they don't really learn. They are just, they just sit behind their microphones, and because producers have given them certain information, they don't really read into those informations. And then, but you can't put everybody in that basket. There are people who are really learning, getting details and facts from other areas. You cannot put bloggers and like broadcasters and everybody in one basket,
professional journalists
and lambast them like that. I mean, we have our issues even in the media. We have our issues with how bloggers operate. So you cannot just generalize the whole thing and say, oh, because of this, that and all of that. I mean, it was below the belt for me. It shouldn't have come to. At least he should have analyzed and see that, oh, they see a crap on over entertainment space now because of the kind of discussions and other things. Things are changing. At what time did we even speak about Creative Arts Council going into Creative Arts Agency? What was, I mean, the issues that we are dealing with now, you cannot even compare it to the time TikTok was an artist, a prime time artist.
TikTok.
I mean, yeah, I said, let's say TikTok. I mean, you can't compare it to take tax time. Now he is take, so I'm mentioning his other name.
Yeah.
You understand? You can't. Even when we are reading budget, at some point they don't even mention creative arts. It was just some few years coming that we started discussing that they realized that no, the people are being serious with issues, so they will factor in certain things. And now they are even promising to give grants and all of that. So what is he talking about? For the first time, some of us have spoken about Gamro. You people have received the highest royalties ever.
Yeah, in the last distribution.
Yes. So what are you saying? What kind of discussions do you want people to discuss for you to say that, okay, wait, they're more kind of and now they are being with platform now, what is on, apart from trending issues, what technical issues do they tackle on that platform? You should come and mention one technical, ever since almost started United Showbiz. Take that should come and tell me, say, yes, started my platform when I'm respected. My share platform is about BCN. I mention one technical thing on my address here, edit change biaba. Apart from having the show, seeing the show, and then on from Monday to like middle in the week, we will be talking about a particular comment from that a pundit on that show, or an artist or a guest on that show. Nothing. We will either be talking about A+, Bulldog, or what maybe a certain as Shatta Wale have gone there and he has said something or reacted in a way, or we are talking about Felinuna going there to fight somebody. These are the things we talk about after the show. So what are you saying when you say Omon Kanya Sasem? I was expecting Arnold. I'm disappointed in Arnold because I was expecting him to at least ask that. Nyansasem, if you say the Nyansasem,
and I will expect
some Monkan. Then you will break it down for us to see that okay, is he even making sense or not? But you people just leave him like that, and he will just say this thing and he will get off the show and that's it. I mean, when you go on Hit FM, you cannot tell me on the Dusty show nobody speaks sense on that show. It's a daily show, and these people are also contributing to the industry.
Yeah.
Even George Kwe is still on Joy FM.
Showbiz.
So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? The fact that you know about some bad nuts that a platform biswa and Kobe can't come in. I think that he's just scared of platform now not to into on to me and can come in and come me person and I say yes, I'm friendly. You know, he knows that the platform is big.
Yeah.
Yes, irrespective of whatever.
And the entitlement will be good.
I mean, it's be a friend or more.
Yes. Irrespective of
Obuno. Obuna 19 or
also Obu platform or Buamuntin or
Martinez will be a friend or
but even with that, I think I want to debate Tick. He has been on
several
Showbiz Daily Showbiz Agenda before. Even here he's
like almost 2 years.
I think that last year or
2 years ago. So in the last 2 years on call baby, maybe over a year on call baby.
One day it could be true though.
So people are calling. I think I even reached out to him sometime back to book him on
some show.
Kantanka.
Okay.
It's and these are some of my problems with some of these artists. I mean, you see, you don't think that today there's Showbiz, United Showbiz on United Television. So that's just it. I mean, there are certain platforms like Kojo is saying, inviting you to Kantaka. There's an audience there that might give you the relevance that you are even looking for that United Showbiz cannot give you. So if you say that, because Kojo called me from Kantanka TV, and then it's not as if says yes, who is Kojo? But Father Dixon, Father Dixon, I'll be turmeric, I'll be some more Kanyans, you will go and sit there. In fact, I'm not answering the show, no got an answer. Then I discuss this here. Certain media or the media, and I discuss it. So it's just unfortunate say something like that will be coming from. At least if you want to go that tangent, you should break the thing, like open it up, tackle the issues at all angles. Oh, these people are like discussing this particular kind of topics, and it is not helping. It is not helping because ABC. This is just like me sitting here and saying that Ghanaian musicians are whack or lazy musicians.
Yeah.
Without giving any proper factors to tell why I think they are whack or lazy musicians. It's the same thing. Then maybe I'll say Shatta Wale won't come because I know Shatta can go on Facebook Live right now and insult me.
To diss you.
Yes. So I'll just say Shatta Wale, you don't come. What kind of? I mean, how can you talk like that?
Well, that was Tick and except from last Saturday's United Showbiz. And like I'm telling you, my surprise is that as it stands now, nobody seems to have heard it. No one is talking about it. But if it had been Shatta Wale, by now, everywhere is hot. Presenters are giving it to him. Presenters are giving it to him. Social media is giving it to him. Like everywhere. So, well, let's leave it like that. Still on Tick though. Still on him. Before we take off his matter, I want us to look at something that he also mentioned. That when it comes to event promoters, he doesn't know why they are not billing the new artists as well as the established artists on one platform. Or better still, he doesn't understand why it is so hard for event promoters to put the young and the old on one stage, like it happened in UK not long ago. Tick also mentioned this. And I'll come back to ask my people that, why is it like that? I believe those who watched the show last Saturday, they all attest to the fact that the performances delivered by the artists were on point. I've watched snippets of Xdo's show, and I've watched, I think, Tick as well. I'm yet to see that of Aketechi. But I want to believe they will kill it because Aketechi, the last time I watched them perform, fire. They still have fire. So Tick is asking, why is it so difficult for event promoters to do that combination or collaboration? Artists of old, artists of young, come together, let's kill it. What has been happening? I'll come back and ask my people the same question. Watch it, I'll be back.
What else here? But the truth is, how many Ghanaian artists, and your court is a festival now, can Ubaku who say, I'm actually the baby. But let me tell you, Ubako that same festival, now for Blondie, Blondie. So we a new artist that who cry.
Into problem no anything.
It's because you feel say ade aye yusu a ya tafre ya toto anwie no enye ene na twen back but senkene de eken enye kasa kekea because o kan no abre until you just have to move and do something else senkene de kan be ye adwuma na nke betie na sopemu a anka Ghana ye music on enka en like that recently na me push for this like Amanda Eka and me who say party in the park ofren ponsa and out KK for Sue, and I saw new artists, and I was like, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah. It is a concert now. A concert, say promote it. No, concert because you are getting a certain, backlog and front log. I don't know how to call it. You are mixing it up. And now we have start time be event is supposed to be top notch. Because what mixing it up, at the end of the day, you won't lose. But so maybe there may be a flop because maybe that side now that particular time reaction is different. Into the member can say, I am glad. Say and all this topic we ever me discuss it. But going forward, no, I know that Casa Papa or call it out to the sectors or say event organizers, bloggers, whatever. For example, and when was the last time we had Jay-Z record? Remember, can't just say, oh, Jay-Z do it different, or Debbie. Who makes the difference? Who creates the difference? Nanama, I will always talk about you, talk about a lot of people I've known growing up. Okay? Me, I don't care whether there's a new crop. It's nice. I'll talk about them. But me, Jabi being tuned, then I don't behave like that because I'm a true Ghanaian, true African. And I believe in the people who grow, you grow something. Musicians, baby. Brenda Mufre Tick, Mufre Ketechi, Mufre Xdo. Not because you're different, but Obia creating landmark. Yeah. All this are why Obia what you create here, and that's the beauty. Yeah. Inti say oh kasa, unim dia woka. Inti all I'm saying is say, Momaye together, you create a new movement. Yeah, bibia, you make sure say at the end line up and send it here.
You're right. Na mefa wawa numa semwa. We see new crop no. When they see the old crop no, sometimes they behave like they don't know them. And you've experienced that.
Oh yeah, I have.
And they say I can't BBC, even though it's in the hands of the event producers. I think what about artist to artist?
Okay.
What's that relationship?
For example, one day I now year of return event. No, it wasn't the year of return. Yeah, it was one of the shows, the award shows.
Oh, okay.
The producers were Nigerians. No conference center.
Is it Coachella?
No.
Afrima.
Now, the producer of the event itself, stage producer, or your video be babonting. Also, where is take? And we took it for granted. I say, if the whole Africa has come to Ghana, and there's an artist that we grew up listening to him outside Ghana, and we know him, and we are on the land, and he's nowhere to be found.
Why do you think you are nowhere to be found?
Because maybe I do not matter for omo recipient, till.
Oh, take Debbie.
Yo, Nana. And me name when it started. I don't know when it started because me who that Lumba I almost fainted. Me and so now me a star. But me who that Lumba I said, that Lumba here. Oh my God. I almost fainted. I said, me fainting. And he'll tell you the truth. Because I would not think that my baby went to a quarantine that Lumba and nothing. Hey, for what? For what reason?
Of course.
Entity. Meka say entity, but in Ghana and entity into what is happening. Because ebi money be too much into on betre nkwala no ana youth no ana obi said ebi ade mai below the belt. Ka say open say. But when it's all any sense so tete bigger who inspire the whole generation to inspire to greatness.
Yeah, not me you can't.
All right, so still on tick, we are going to discuss this as well, that why has it been happening like that? The young and the old event promoters, why do they struggle to put them together, collaborate and perform for their audience? He gave us an example, the Ghana party in the park, and I'm sure we have also seen some 1 or 2 events like that, where we bring the young and old together to do it. Why is it happening like that? And Chemo will start this. Chemo, episode take or the jack up. Yeah, but this I'm not
If you are obvious, but as I'm going to take your answer. And he wants something else. But the old answer now is the man.
Which is the old answer?
The young and the new are not. The event organizers are not putting them on one show for a simple reason. The old and the new, they are not mingling. And no crana them no can actually be a bit to say or say say new artists in who as a you are not mingling. Only did say we old when the what do you or baby new ones new they say almost about new baby and the one I am taking risk of putting both of them together. It won't work. This is business. And the business people will go for people that they are sure they will get their return on investment. And this time is the new artists because they are the reigning guys. They are the ones that the people see almost every day. So they will go for them. It's as simple as that. If they say now or no or mingle kakra or no kwame using here, likely say a best friend.
Okay.
Because of that. And then if the old wants to be in the game, like they should call them for a show and other stuff. They should start mingling with the new ones. And yes, Nasa your old be a from Momo show. Yeah. Just that they don't mingle them. Somebody like Amachi did it. In fact, he will even take higher than any new artist coming. So that's not the problem. The problem is that old folks don't want to associate themselves with the new. Okay. And then the new are the ones now making waves. Now the eyes is on them. The spotlight is on the new guy. So if you are not getting closer to them, we won't see you. Because the spotlight is on them. The spotlight now is on Kwame Eugene, is on Kiddy, is on Black Sheriff. If you are now doing songs with Black Sheriff, you are likely to be caught. The old guys are not even doing music business anymore. They are now opening pubs, food joints and all that. You are no more doing music. So anybody calling you for a show is taking a huge risk. When all that they hear on TV, on radio, on internet, wherever, is Kiddy, Kwame Eugene, Shatta, Wale, Sarkodie, why should they come and call take? For what?
That's risky.
Yeah, the risk is too huge for them to take. Whether you can sell it or you can sell the event or not, they
are scared.
They are scared.
Yeah.
Not that you can't do it, but they are scared to even try it. But you can organize back in the days concert, and it's the OGs, and you do your thing. That one, some event organizers will take it because
knowing they have a
target audience. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But per se, you do almost frat to say they're not open there. They should start doing that before even event organizers call them. That's
but do they have to mingle before we can think about what he's saying?
Yes, the point I'm making that this is business decision. So event organizer will not take that. In fact, most of them will not. And the market is open. It's not like they have decided not to call any OG. No. If they know that the OGs will bring them the money, they will call them. But they don't want to take that risk. That's the point. So it's not intentional. It's about business decision. If the old guys they think that they can still make it that huge, they can still sell events. They should also organize events and even call the new ones to join them. They should take the risk. If they think business-wise they will make the returns, they should take it. If they do it once, twice, and it's working, all the event organizers will come there. This is purely business decision. It's not like, and the Ghanaians, we don't like when somebody is a little bit old, we don't want to call them. No. When you are making the money, when you are the one bringing them the money,
when you are the cash cow,
they will come. This is business, like business 101, economic 101.
Yeah.
They will follow where the money is.
And you put your investment where the returns are.
Yes. And in this case, you can't say, let me call, let's say, I want to do a show, call Black Sheriff and let's say Mr. Drew. Then I'll say, okay, let me take Mr. Drew out and bring in TikTok. That event organizer will think twice. Hey, everything. Black Sheriff audience, or maybe pet TikTok there. I've been over doing. But when him say, Mr. Drew, I will link it with Black Sheriff's audience. So putting Mr. Drew and Black Sheriff, you know, it's like 80% assurance.
Yeah.
But Black Sheriff and Tick is maybe 60 or 50, not so sure. And if you are an event organizer, which one
you're not working on 50-50.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
So they should, the old artists should be doing something that will catch the eyes of the new audience, so that the event organizers will be confident enough to call them. Like their social media, they are not active there. Most of them, they are not active. How is the young guys, the new audience, reacting to you guys? Somebody will take feedback from the social media platform. Oh, the way people are responding to this guy, I think when we put him on the show, it will work. Kwame Dinkra took the risk and did the show for that number, and he's been doing it every year. I don't know if he did it last year, but
the one that's at the Lametta Hotel.
Yeah, Royal Lametta Hotel. And he's been doing it every year, because after doing the first one, he saw that there's a huge market for it, and he was on it. So that's how it is. But if you are not Kwame Dinkra and your money is not so huge, you won't even there, because that Lumba will not come to your show and take 100,000. That one day, not just a bill per one. But Black Sheriff, Mr. Drew and Jackie may share the 100,000, and it's all part of it. We don't know how much you will take, all right, but you are still a risk when compared to the new artists coming.
I see. Thank you. Nana Regan, continue from there. Now into the back.
Yeah, because I mean, events promoters are not putting them on because they themselves, they are not doing anything to attract those calls. Some of these old artists, maybe I better say from 1 year cannot release it. Or also
But do you have to release a song before you can perform?
No, that's not the point I'm saying. I'm just pointing some factors that will bring you into the conversation in our space. Because at the end of the day, when you are sitting at that round table and they ask you, Charlie, and this year festival, artists Ben na opesi inform to so eyoma yedi omo ho nkomo ne omo ho nsem wo the space no omo na ebe omo di beba team first enti e bia ye pe 5 before ye beba 5 na ebe wi no that time e bia ye be kai wo say there's a certain tick somewhere or there's a certain old artist somewhere. They will mention the hot ones that people are talking about, people are doing videos with their songs, people are doing. We will look at the demand. The recent demand, those are the ones the event planners will think about first. So that maybe when there's an extension of looking at the older generation, then they will talk about, okay, then who can we put into so that we can merge them together with the new faces, so just to satisfy our old generation or something like that. But because there hasn't been any conversations like that, and the event planners think about whose song is trending now, who are the youth jumping, whose song are the youth jumping on now. That is most of our people who are event. That is all they think about because they want the numbers. They want to sell tickets. So if you are not in that space or if you are not in that category, then clearly nobody will put you on. Sometimes I get sad when they you know, Take saying this. He Take himself has a certain kind of events he wish those promoters will call him or bill him. But there are other people somewhere calling Take and he's ignoring it. I'm telling you this for a fact. Yes. He feels like there are certain shows because of his glory, like the old glory, the name he has made for him. So he still feels like there are some platforms that still have to pick up their phones and call, Take, we want to put you on this show this year. So how much will you take? Then you mentioned like 200,000 or whatever. But there are some people in Sunyani who wants to enjoy TikTok and he's ignoring them. He feels like it is just like the media platforms thing that he was making comments about. That is what some of them are suffering about.
Now, a certain media platform also wants him.
Yes, he won't go. He won't go and speak his wisdom over there. You understand? Me, I have personally had gigs, in fact, international gigs for some old artists, and they mess it up. Me 10% crash.
They did not want to go.
They did not go. It's not like they did not want to go. When you call them, Charlie, show no someone me boss go US. I would have me share me schedule. Schedule beyond the home. Schedule beyond the baby. How can I them? Schedule beyond we schedule. Schedule one kill who some just stage. Schedule beyond the baby. Schedule beyond the baby. I mean they've done it to me. In fact, last 2 years, last. I'm the year me at some point, me know be pan or say US and Canada. Omo ba na multi mo na yetimi de omo to so a omo ba na ye don so a hyenhye na akeja on so atana me to kwanda ayo ko kra
na omo guru
omo efiro omo guru esa nipa no so when such promoters are coming to you and they mention Sammy Flex, they omo who in a certain light. So the moment you fail to get an old artist for them, now after the only conversation really na brass. And these are some of the things. So it is not as if nobody wants to put them on. In fact, sometimes I'm not saying that they shouldn't charge huge or whatever. But sometimes you should look at you yourself, consider your demand. When you are in the space, how I will demand the thing. I'm actually the day now Ubehunu now Ubi Abe Berlin or Germany, US, Neha, Bosho Kese, VGM near the net to sono. I'm actually they have done a whole lot of things that most of these old artists are not doing. He has been performing just about 10 years ago on one brand sports area. Every weekend, Ojina performing. And people have loved they've grown with him like that. And they have that love for him. They've seen him at a branch spotter or the 10 series, 20 series Sunday be a mutual no jinem no be performing. And see achi in crofoko in kakran both because penimu be board and eba beba. Oh, the way I don't say Akoran so baby about train down for be university be not now, but when they come and they enjoy his performance,
They move with him.
they move with him. Now offer new generation and kakra. So when event promoter also based on his analysis and research realize that hey Charlie, right now the youth they almost feel it amachi when at a point when you go to club near hip hop and one really jam match they don't to one my pampana opia so we event promoter now it's a club one you be like hey Charlie this man immediately that is what will trigger that conversation say Charlie let me put this let me add this man on this thing but most of you are not doing anything. In fact, some of you cry when you organize events cry because you don't have good expert. Now I feel it. Into one, why would the end fail? You know, Obisa. Who show now? Why we are now? Uncle now that's what I say. As soon as you and friends, you know, Obiamba. Now me na regana me Obiamba me capital me pay profits. Now me dia say another one next year. No, me some farm be found to so. Now no some brand be feeling. The next year I won't get any capital to invest in whatever phase. So the thing is that first they should look at themselves. What are they not doing?
Right.
They should start doing something because at the end of the day, no event promoter no idea no or didn't need be who never convince him say, hey Charlie, take a partner, suhum here, waiting you pull the crowd say, hey, Charlie, Charlie, me for taking crown. Not obi the work. But if you are there, you are relaxed. In fact, when you see even the new stars, you want them to run to you and come and say, "Oh, Uncle, take." Oh, Uncle, take. You are here, Charlie. Those places now mention Jay-Z, money one. It is not as if they are sleeping. No. Some of them are even working with certain agencies that are pulling certain plots for them to do certain things to stay relevant.
At the moment, the life of these current artists even depends on them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So such a person, how would you?
That's what I'm saying. They are making business.
To do what?
And see, remember say Jay-Z, and the sooner Kanye West BB cry is going on, and you are putting Kanye West. So maybe you, the event promoter, might not consider Jay-Z, but can you bet me catch you say, Charlie, let's put the old man on the show. So sometimes these are some of the things they are not doing, and I think that a boom and sir 3,000, 5,000, we not almost say a disrespect from certain areas. So they should look at those things because me, I'm saying almost that side.
Almost 3,000, 5,000.
Shows be to me ba. Say Ebian Coco, and every weekend be as I take us about every weekend we'll be busy. 3,000, 5,000, 6,000, 4,000.
Almost say disrespect.
Almost say this because what is a Shatta Wale charge 15,000. And they still also charge 50. What did the American say? One who's a Kwame Eugene buy enche or new man or charge 20,000. Who friend wo bungurugu to your crop. I saw you 20,000. What did the American? And see, happy man be Thursday. A Yibeko na Vrungu. Maybe a man.
Take more repertoire they deserve.
What's it?
Take more repertoire
Demand and now. And where they are even calling you.
That's why they are not even calling you.
Yeah, don't be testing this or no cotton here. Paid event.
That's why they are not calling you.
Free event.
Happy
and some for
but you still have a price.
There's sometimes they do indoors events where you have to buy tickets and go.
Even if it's
apart
a free
from
event,
activation,
you still have a value as a musician at this current dispensation. So so if you still want to charge 100,000, then they will call Kwame Eugene lookalike and give him 2,000.
They were even playing. Now say I know what you are. Isn't any Stone Boy and Shatta Wale the boy. And then they have last made one. Yeah, the back on bed. Yeah, better Shatta Wale and Stone Boy also
Price.
Relevance now or more demand now. Price or mobile charging now. They will consider all those things. And in fact, these people are very visible. They are working. So come once and cry. Come we must Shatta Wale is doing something. Stoneboy is busy doing something. But some of these are very difficult for you to even see what they do. The kind of shows they play themselves. Okay, say Afro Gardens. See, I can say organize it. Show edit take higher headline artists. Okay, so because oh, Brasami. I ain't man. Yeah, charge ticket. 20, 30 CDs. Take that. I'm telling you for a fact.
See, I will charge more.
Yeah.
I'll charge him more.
I'll charge him more.
Also, Africa no so come see on massa.
Obaho.
Eh?
Oh, Obaho.
Obaho, let me see show. Oh, you know how perform.
That me Baho performance.
Oh yeah, challenge. That's some of the others. Baby, I'm on the mic crowd. No better talk.
I see. Kojo, come through. Why do you also think it is happening like that? And Tech is complaining. Meanwhile, last Saturday they gave us a fantastic performance.
Yeah.
Like some serious performances. And again, talking about the old and new performing. We saw what FBS and Mr. Drill did on the VGM stage. So why are we not seeing more of that, Kojo?
Apart from being a Highlife artist in Ghana, if you are doing any other genre and you don't release within a certain space, you are off. Unless you are a Highlife artist. That is why when we talk about artists who are not releasing but still playing shows, the only names you mention are Amachi Dede, Kojo, Daddy Lumba, and the rest. Have you seen any hip life artist who has not releasing for about 5 years playing gigs? No. Because Highlife has a culture on its own. And that is the culture that they built before even we getting all these other genres. So they are living on their past, something that they have built. And they are benefiting from it now. But you didn't build that thing. The hip life artists, they didn't build such culture. A culture of we touring out there, going to play shows at events, playing live band and stuff. There's no culture like that among those people doing this genre. But Highlife, that was their culture. They would tour, maybe Ghana, they would go to all the regions with their band and be touring. So when we need services like that, it is them that they run to. So Amachi Dede can decide not to release any new song again, and he'll be playing gigs. So you, as a hip life, nobody will book you for a funeral. If it comes to wedding,
I say sometimes they get those calls, they won't go.
Well,
and the ferry crowd so you know be as a performer, and you are losing money.
So they need to understand that before you make yourself as an antique artist, because you are old and you think you are quality, so your price should be higher. Then there's a way you need to position yourself, because new products come in and you don't tell the buyers that they should still go for the old product. That is why every company try to put out new products, design it to suit the modern trends. A company like Toyota, what they were producing 30 years ago, are they still producing the same product? No, because there have been changes in technology, people's tastes and preferences have changed.
Now they are producing modern
Exactly, modern cars. And so you need to you need to approach the music as in the same direction. Don't sit down and tell us that you gave us Sewa Koto or Philomena Petenge some 15 years ago, and so the same Philomena Petenge, we should enjoy Philomena Petenge the same.
It's not
20
it's not petting.
and then quick
And then petting.
quick.
Yeah, bro.
So yes, it has changed. We that know the songs, we can enjoy it. Then we approach it with that antique mindset that, oh, this is an old but quality song. So when you bring it here, it just gives us that nostalgic feeling. But there's a way we have to market that product. So if we're a company and for over 15 years you are not producing, and that same product, that there are consumers who are looking for the product, and if you understand the business and you understand how the environment operates, taste and preferences, it changes.
Yeah.
So people will need new products. And you are not giving us new products. For how long? it took so many years before you did a remix with Kwame Eugene and Kiddy. By then, you know the number of consumers that you've lost. Those that even know your songs, they will find new people to feed them. And the new ones that you have to reintroduce with the new product, because one of the reasons why we bring out new product is to attract new customers. Because it is a new product, so you attract new customers. So you decide to lay back, you are not producing, and the ones that are there, you are not rebranding them, repackaging them, modifying them to suit the current people. Who do you blame? We are not doing a moral service. We are not doing national service. It's music business. So don't sit down and expect a media person to think that, okay, 20 years ago, was conquering Africa and selling the flag of Ghana high. So we have to make sure that we deliberately push his songs on people. When even we haven't realized that people like it or not. And we are in a marketing era. We give people what they want. It is not about produce for them to like it. It is about doing the research, knowing.
You look at the taste of
exactly, knowing what they want, so that when you bring it, you don't suffer, you don't struggle to sell it. And so when some of these conversations are happening, at times it's very difficult to listen. Because at this age and time, that where business has gotten to. And you are mentioning Alpha Blondie. Really? Do you think Alpha Blondie is sleeping? Man is working.
But recently he even did a remix
with Stoneboy. Man is active. Always on the road. And you are mentioning Alpha Blondie. Do you think if Alpha Blondie is not releasing and not doing anything relatable, people will talk about him? No. Unless maybe
no, he even has plugs that are plugging him at the festival that you are talking about.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
You are sitting inside Shape House at the Cat Dance in Tesano, and you are talking about Jay-Z. Do you know what Jay-Z does? You mentioned that when was the last time Jay-Z released? And so, Jay-Z is still doing music business. Now you have diversified. You are doing something different. You are not doing anything relating to music. And you yourself, you are not releasing. When you are opening joints, selling your pizza and your restaurants, that is a different business. It has got nothing to do with music. Jay-Z is in active music business and it's so relevant. So at times when they are making comparisons, they should really understand certain things. And it's like, they have realized, it's like a madman. A madman seeing a sane man as the most stupid person. And we also see them as such. So him and his cohort, when they meet, like they are okay, they talk about how bad the industry is, they don't know anything, nothing is happening, right? And when we are also there, when we listen to them and watch them, we know that there is a space. There is a lot of things that they are missing and they are lacking, which is very bad. Nobody stopped you from doing music. And me, that thing, I hate it. As a musician, you go off for 10 years. Nothing about music. You are not doing anything that can even sustain your interest. And what do you take us for?
We move on.
We move on. We won't come and beg you that give us music. Now we have a lot of supply in the system. So we will just replace you. So if you don't understand some of these things and accept that I was raised from an era and that era is past, I'm in a different era with different people, with different mindsets, with different characteristics that I need to understand before I can survive. Then you are off. So better remain in your business, the new business that you found. Better do it than to come and throw to us certain statements. And that is when we get you one-on-one, we can also show you that when we are on this entertainment platform, we are not speaking gibberish. We speak wisdom.
You are not childish.
Exactly, we speak wisdom and we speak to issues. We understand what we are doing now because we have sacrificed time to do this.
Time and resource.
When we are reading about the current entertainment business, maybe you are checking for flour to make sure that you produce more pizza,
Quality
the next pizza. So, big man, times have changed, and maybe he needs to get people around him that can look at, okay, this is my repertoire. 20 years ago, I was the top. I have these songs. How can we make business from this? And who is deceiving them that they don't have their following over there? They have. The people, TikTok is 44 years. So anybody around 30, 35, 25 might know them. So if you put a show and you communicate right, you put your audience.
Because at the moment they have purchasing power.
Exactly. And those people even have the purchasing power.
Yeah. And they are decision makers.
And so you are seated waiting for Alodia or who to come and book you. No, you don't decide for them. They decide with their money what they want to do. If they think booking the young artists or the trending artists will bring them their money, why must they go and try something that they are not certain of their returns? So they will forever do that. And you can never blame them because it is not religious and moral business that we are doing. It is serious business. Exactly. So he and his people should find ways and means that if they want to organize, why can't he organize his own event? He can do that. If you have,
why can't you even collaborate in some of the events? This recent Super Bowl halftime show that we were all
some people sacrificed.
Dr. Jones spent over $7 million.
Yes, and he recouped it.
The artists were not even paid.
So this story of the the young guys don't respect us here and there, that one, it is their fault. They make sure that there was that disconnect. They didn't bring them around. When they were on top, they could have invited them around and make sure that there is that telepathy. So if you didn't do that and there's no connect, it is not now. They did it on their own. And if I see you, I won't disrespect you, but maybe I won't come near you. I don't think there's any big deal.
I see. Well, thank you so much, Kojo King. Thank you, Intimdo the Solomon. Thank you, Nana Regan. And is it?
I even forgot to even touch on their past attitude as well. That one cry is number one factor why today's event promoter will not call you. Because in the past, some of them, they made event promoters pass through hell. So today, if that same event promoter is surviving, and he is the one organizing Afro Nation, he will not call TikTok. I'm telling you.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Interesting. What you're talking about is still happening.
Yes.
It's not as if it is over. It happens with those who have hit songs.
Yes. So
at every point in time that they think they control,
they will misbehave. That's why Shatta said that. You see, some of the mistakes that they did in the past, the new crop of artists are still repeating that same mistake. So what it means is that some of these new artists will also get into their 40s and 50s, and they will also be sidelined by these same event promoters because of attitude, because of how you are treating them now.
That's very true. Well, interesting conversation. I also wanted to be part of it. What do you have to share? And we can move on to another revelation that came out from this studio. You know, FBS, I just mentioned them that during the BGMS they performed with Mr. Drew, gave us a very fantastic show. During the Real Talk interview here on Sammy Flex TV, they said something that when they were really controlling the music space with Oluman Boogie and other hit songs, they went to Nigeria to perform. And to their amazement, that was when they came across P-Square. And in their conversation at somewhere backstage, P-Square said, "Omo, we want to be like you. We like what you guys are doing. We want to be like you." And really, according to them, P-Square even took inspiration from them as to how they sing and dance as a group on the stage. Today, we see P-Square and we see FBS. What might have happened? I asked them and they said something about it, that yeah, Nigerian musicians or Nigerian music industry, you cannot beat them to some things. But from what we are also observing from afar, what do you think might have created this particular gap as we see now? When someone has said, or when someone has said, I am really inspired by what you are doing and I want to be like you. How did the person who wanted to be like you come, surpass you, and even make it bigger than you are making it? What is the problem? Let's watch this when I come back. More discussions continue here on Showbiz Daily. Continent. It is P Square that is also doing something similar. They also dance and they sing on the stage as well.
It's almost like we crashed, but we were there before P Square. We were there a long while before P Square. They know us. If you ask P Square, do you know FBS? Yeah, met P Square in Nigeria when we were we. Met them when we were we. Where was P Square? Yes. 2003.
So they met you and what kind of conversation?
And they said, wow, we like you, we want to be like you. P Square told us. If me, they talked to. One of them spoke. They opened the show.
They were so
day.
Comfortable to say,
on that day, I just put it there. I didn't forget. Even it's long, but I know. I think P Square, VIP. We went Nigeria. This Easter Fiesta. This guy, Kennis took us from Ghana to go and perform. So that year, is it 2003 or 4? So we had a show. I forget the place, but they opened the show for us. And then they say FBS is here. They have to come and greet us. And they came into the hotel. They wearing leather, red, black, with the Michael Jackson stick. I remember. So they came. They
had it in some music video.
Yeah. So they, your boss, how are you? We want to be like you.
Wow.
Say like you will be like us.
Wow.
And now they are all over the world. So if they know, they hear FBS and they go back to the video, they will remember, yes, they had encounter with us before. So it's like destiny.
So could it be that your break gave the gap between P Square and FBS now?
No, really.
You see, respect to our Nigerian brothers. Nigerians know what marketing means. If you are doing the same thing with a Nigerian man, the first thing he will pay attention to see what you are doing. Where he fell short, he upgraded to a level you can't get into him again. You see, don't forget they have the masses. Yeah. So whatever you do, if they do same, they still gonna go for bigger than you. If let's say you have the same talent, and you are on a scale, they still gonna rise higher than you because they have the masses. They don't even need Ghana. They don't need anywhere. They just need Nigeria. They even need Lagos.
Only Lagos who just
do you know what I'm saying? They need only Lagos to get the numbers. And Nigerians are travelers. They move anywhere, so they move with the songs. Do you get what I'm saying? Right now, when you travel to any part of the world and you go to a pub, you will not see less than 5 to 10 Nigerian people over there. And Nigerians, they make sure they play Nigerian music. That was then, but now everybody plays it without even them telling them to play. So we are not. P Square did not bring us down, or because we left. That's why they know. Even if we were to be on the same scale, it's still gonna go higher. But that will still project us more. That could have even done us a favor. Because when you're doing something, they'll be like, okay, FBS, P Square, FBS, P Square. You know that kind of thing. That's it. You get it.
Well, so this also happened right here in our studio, Sammy Flex TV. Full video is online. You can refresh our page and look for that particular video and enjoy the conversation. It was a very interesting conversation. Personally, I enjoyed myself talking to them. They were on point with their responses and all. But Kojo, because Kojo has done marketing, has a marketing background, he is also an up-and-coming artist. I would want to ask him what might have happened. P Square asking them, we want to be like you, we want to learn from you, or more, how are you doing it? And now they have admitted the gap. What might have happened between the gap?
Consistency. When you ask whether it was the brick, they swerved it. What could it have been?
No, he thought that, or they think that it is because Nigerians are better marketers.
That's not what we are talking about. It's not that you should compete with P Square and see who has the more numbers or not. It's about you also being there. And we are talking about the gap here. You guys went off for a whole how many? Over a decade. And everybody can take inspiration from you, especially when you are starting. And I come to you, almost Sammy. I want to be like you. I want to become a journalist. I want to be like you. So that one, it is no big deal, because maybe they saw you to be on a higher pedestal that they wish to be, and so they can approach you and give you that reverence. It is not like you told them, okay, you have to do A, B, C, D, E before you can get to where we are, or they came to you for some mentoring or something. That is how come they are here. But the point is, everything is about consistency. Even them, when they took off, they took a break, it affected them.
Yeah.
It got to a time, nobody even talk about P Square. We won't talk about you with all your good works. Even airplay, it affected them. And when they came back, we saw how they were conquering countries. So the point is, it's all about consistency. We are doing business, active business, demand and supply. When there is demand, you need to give a supply that will meet it. So that there will be no lack. But if you are not even supplying in a little quantity, you have closed down your business. Like Sammy Flex TV, when people come, it's locked for over 4 months or 3 months, 6 months, getting to a year. And you expect to get money or for people to recommend you or people to still talk about you when they want to book people for interviews. It never happens.
You don't be part of the conversation.
So if another guy who used to aspire to be like you also get a new office, and when they come and Sammy Flex TV is locked, they go to that person. It's not rocket science. All other things, because that person will become greater than you. Who told them that they couldn't have become like Bob Marley? Did they know? They could have also become bigger more than even P Square if they were consistent. It doesn't matter.
Because at that time, if they really made impact and they were flown to Nigeria to go and perform.
What are you talking about?
It means you were not joking.
Exactly. And those days, who were the bigger acts in Nigeria? So you were running shoulders with them.
Yeah.
Flown all the way from Ghana to Nigeria. This time we are not talking about numbers, because you have the Ghanaian numbers and you are going to tap into the Nigerian numbers. So it's not like, yes, all other things being called, Nigerians has over 200 million. So if you get in the whole of Lagos, it's not like that. Like they will want to remain only in Nigeria. But music, it goes beyond just your country having the biggest. Then the Indian artists should be, or Chinese artists should be the richest or the most famous musicians in the world, because they have the population. What about Jamaica and other stuff? It's all about consistency, because we're living in a global village. Once they could book you to fly to Nigeria, it means they could have booked you to perform in America. Then from there you connect. If you had issues with maybe your group and other things, let us know. At times I don't know why they fail to give us the reality that this is what happened.
Maybe they think some things are for them alone.
But we from we sitting here, we can deduce and know what happened. But if you come here and we ask you the facts and you want to shield it for what reason? I mean, I'm against any musician who decide to go off. It doesn't work anywhere. It doesn't help anybody. It's business. You are a producer. It's like somebody producing this water. You have to make sure that you are giving the people the demand that they want. The moment you cease production, we are looking for a replacement. If you break production for one day,
we move on to the next person.
Even though if maybe you are doing other things that will sustain the brand, know that you are not going to get the full relevance.
Potential, yeah.
Exactly. Because maybe you can indulge into other activities, corporate social responsibilities here and there for us to talk about you because of the name, but it is not like giving us the real product that we need.
That is what made you before
That is what made
the charity you are doing.
That is the focal point. So almost all our musicians, that is what will happen to them. Right now that you are back and you want to we saw you on 3 Music or VGM with Mr. Drew. It was beautiful. Now you have a song, Joe, with them. It's beautiful. You are trying to modify yourself and come back. And if you remain consistent, let's say in the next 2-3 years, if they are going to be consistent and adopt this formula and start featuring some of the new guys, and now that dance is something pivotal in our music promotion now. If they are going to add the dance, because they are good dancers, if they are going to do that and get to all these incredible ziggies and dance Lord Boyd, all of them together, it means in the next 2-3 years, they can become relevant. So the key to this business is consistency.
That's what brings the relevance.
Exactly. So if you decide not to be consistent, and he said Nigerians understand marketing, who told him Ghanaians don't understand marketing? Did they employ any marketer? That would have been the question. Which marketer was handling them? That he's accusing us that we don't understand, or is it P Square, Peter and Paul, they hold PhD in marketing? Maybe they had the right people, they employed the services of the right people. It's not like Peter and Paul, they understand marketing, so they knew how to market their product. Did you employ the services of any marketer?
I think they were talking about them and the P Square, not any other person. Maybe P Square did something that they didn't do in terms of marketing.
He said Nigerians. He said Nigerians.
They said Nigerian, but of course the P Square they are Nigerian.
So what did they do? Are they marketing experts?
No,
Peter
as
and Paul,
compared to them, they did something in terms
right.
of marketing. They were better than them, the FBS, not Ghanaians in general. That's the point.
All right, but the wrap up.
So the point is, they should, now that they are back, that is what is important. If they really think it is not for jokes, or they just maybe their money or is finished, or they feel now they can make more money from music now that they are coming. If it's for business, they should learn the right things and accept their mistakes. Accept their mistakes. He rightly said that Nigerians will accept their shortfalls, their weaknesses, and they will better it. So Ghanaian, that you are learning from Nigerians, accept your weaknesses.
Okay.
Then if even someone is advising, you can take it.
All right, Chamu, come through.
Yeah, the difficulty here is when you don't really know what went wrong. It's difficult to get it right when you come back. And it looks
like the Nokia story.
Yeah.
we didn't do anything wrong.
We didn't do anything wrong, but
yes,
still
we lost.
Yeah. And the same thing with the FBS.
Yes.
Thing. Yes. And the sad part is that they are not still getting it right based on the conversation. I mean, the numbers game, they should take it out. Won't count, because even if we go there, they had the Nigerians numbers. Because if
you went there to perform,
it means you had that numbers, and still you couldn't do anything with it. Is that how they want us to take it? No, it's because they went off. I mean, that one is as clear as anything. If you go off for 10 years, this is why I have to do the documentary with Shatta. Shatta went off for 10 years, but something happened at the time.
He was away.
Yes. So compare what Shatta was doing in that period, that duration, and compare what this guy will be doing in that same period. These guys, I'm pretty sure they were doing other businesses, which has nothing to do with music. But Shatta case is different. He was still doing music.
Yeah, he was still doing music. Yeah.
Yes, that's the difference.
He said he was learning how to produce beats.
Yeah. So he was still bettering himself for the
with
game.
music, yeah.
For the music.
So he was in tune, like he was in tune. He did not go away from it.
No, not at all. But these people, they will go away try other businesses like selling cables, doing opening joint, food joints and sports and all those things. And then later they will come back and say that it's because of the numbers you didn't have them. No, you went off music business, and this will happen to you if you do that. So the numbers game, they shouldn't bring it.
Okay.
Now they should accept the fact that it's because they were off, like they were out of the
They were not consistent.
Yes, they were not consistent, as
Kojo said.
Yes, they were not consistent. And if you are not consistent in this game, it is really hard to come back.
Yes.
In fact,
that one I know.
At this point, that every day, Spotify statistics, 60,000 tracks a day. 60,000
uploaded.
Yes.
Globally.
Yes. Even this statistics came out 2021, and now we are in 2022. So I'm pretty sure to even go up.
Every year, every day. Sorry.
Just a day, 24 hours, 60,000 tracks every day. So,
I see.
Yes. So 60,000 tracks. If I decide to listen to all the 60,000 tracks, it will take my whole lifetime to even finish listening to them, because each of them will also have time. So even if each of them is 4 minutes, multiplied by 60,000, that's the minutes that I need to listen to everything. So if you stay off a little, now the competition will be even harder for you. If you stay off the music business, or you put
you slack small.
Yes, and you try to come back, you have to do extra. Especially when the audience is even a new audience, then you are dead.
You are now going to endear yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
New audience, listening to Black Sheriff, Kwame Eugene, Jackie, and now you want to come in the same way. No, it will be difficult for you. You have to do extra to get together. So consistency is key, and they should admit that. Again, the marketing bit that they said, yes, it could be true, but we can't take that one also serious, because yes, even without you doing the right marketing in their in coach, like in contest, you are still going to Nigeria, performing for Nigerians to enjoy, including those who are bigger now than you were just looking at you and say, we want to be like you. Even at that time, if your marketing, let's say you didn't do it right, these people were still looking at you and wanted to be like you.
Not a marketer, I would say who is your marketer.
So yeah, the only factor that we can point to now is the consistency bit, and the other things that they may not want to disclose. But if they really want to come back, they have to admit the mistakes, the right ones, and then move with it. Because if you talk about the numbers, like even Lagos alone, you were there performing, so you had them.
So why did you lose it?
Yes, the market were open for you.
You guys were with them.
So that market too is your market at that time. Just that you were not consistent, so you were forgotten after some time. After maybe 10 years that we can't hear anything from you. And FBS, they were really good. Yeah. And they were also good in even mingling with the old and the new at that time.
Yeah, even now, I think.
Yes.
Now.
Even at that time, I remember KSM did the show and they were part of that show.
Still, I know KSM has been performing with them.
Yes.
KSM at 60, right?
50.
No, at 50,
then
okay.
Time, KSM at 50.
Yeah.
He did a show with them and it went well. So at that time, you were tapping into KSM's even his generation. And then the new generation at that time. So you had everything right. I mean, it was cool. The only thing that went off for me is the consistency bit.
That's what failed.
Yeah, that's what failed. And then why you went off I don't know if they spoke about what really happened to them.
Yeah, they spoke about it. It's in the full video.
Yes, I think that's what they should focus on, and they can really come back because they have the energy still, and they are doing great work. So they should work on that and for
mutimi to amafo
to kakra, but I was na me dwen wa me because somewhere 2003 na Ankrebo ye beda 6 on say first na chart no na ye organic because no mo kofa African tamano Showbiz for chart no ye beda 6
on this. Yes, Nana, let's listen to you too.
Because I think they are style and those products filled them. They were not being able to produce hit songs as compared to their monster hit Olumanbuki. And that is one of the key things that failed them. And then again, yes, I agree with the consistency, but again, these guys are performers. So day in, day out, if people are not seeing any new thing from you and it's the usual thing, it will kill their vibration. And that is what killed their vibe. I mean, Ghanaian vibe with FBS.
But they also traveled out. In the interview, they traveled out. They went to abroad to go look for greener pastures.
but sometimes it's not as if say you cannot travel and survive or do music. I mean, Diana Hamilton is not a regular person in Ghana in our space.
Diana's case
Diana is different.
And Diana is coming. Yes, and what I'm saying is that you can't compare Diana to Ohima Messi. When we talk about people who are regularly seen in among Ghanaians, like the faces we see in Ghana here, he goes and he also comes. He has things he does in the UK. But at the end of the day, the music thing, there are certain things that he is doing that is getting heard that relevance here and there. That's the point I am making. Atumpa, even this guy, Reggie Mboli, is a typical example. What are they doing right now? Whatever that they are doing there, the kind of relevance they are doing there, we are still feeling it here. We are giving them some
all the examples that you are
Reggie Mboli.
Yes, Reggie Mboli.
It's not about
only
no, they are performing. Wait.
X Factor.
Yes. It's still music.
After before X Factor, were you hearing of them?
No. But they were doing music. That's what you're saying.
They were nobody before X Factor.
Did you know their songs? Which songs did they release before X Factor?
Please, if somebody goes on X Factor, it's because the person wants to do music business. That is why he's on that platform. He's not going to X Factor to come and sew things for people to wear.
Exactly. For sure.
So what I'm saying is that the efforts and things that these people put in it's what is still keeping them. What stopped them from also going to American Idols? Make the effort.
Or while they were abroad, what effort did they put in?
Do something. That's the point I'm trying to make. They did not do all these things.
But there's something.
You understand?
Like
so me, I think that yes, that thing failed them. And then they gave me one thing that I want to hold on to, because you see this performance, people can only hold on to you when you give them variety of acts.
That's what Kojo is talking about.
If it is just like what they know you for, a time will come, 2-3 years, your vibe will kill him, and you'll be to the post office. So I think I'm hoping that now that they've come back, the marketing thing that they are saying, the errors that they did with their marketing, they will now correct it. Because even in their packaging of songs, like titling, it was so wrong. After Olumanbuki, they have songs like Akoko Pemi. Who gives a fuck about Akoko Pemi? Akoko Pemi.
It was a hit. Just that.
No. It was some title in the case.
Because that song was a hit.
Yeah. No, sometimes. Sometimes it will be fine in the case.
What I'm saying is that they were releasing songs too. When we are talking about consistency, it's not as if these guys, they were not releasing songs that
but the song title. That is why I have no point here.
I'm not just saying just the title. What I want to say and add to the what Kojo and Chemo was saying is that it is not as if after getting that Olumanbuki relevance, they just went to sleep, they traveled and they were not doing music, they were not releasing. They were releasing just that and fat. That's the point I'm making.
And you think one of the blames is there?
They are not coming.
That's all my book is to come.
You see why I've been saying that Ghanaian artists sometimes they are not smart in the sense that they don't think about like creating something new to serve their audience. So because they think like Patapa will bring one corner, and you see that one corner vibe, the way it is. He wants to be in that pattern and that thing.
If you are winning, how do you change it? If you are winning, how do you change it?
You don't. You see, when it comes to music, it's because of the change of trends and other things. So how if you are winning arguments about, you will fail as an artist, because at every point in time, the trends, the melodies, it is changing. So if you want to stick to the Medina hits 1999 and you will fail.
Be a winning plan again.
Okay. You will fail. So that is what I'm saying, that the artists see it as a winning plan, and they are always writing songs and making productions that comes as the same thing they did in the past.
Okay.
So they will fail.
Okay. Let me go ahead to introduce the last topic, but before I do that, I still want to give you a reminder that Dubai to Remember, that is September to Remember in Dubai rather, is happening. We are still doing registration. So if you want to do any program in Dubai in September and you are looking for a team to do that with, Sammy Flex TV, Flex Entertainment, and Abeka Promotions, we are availing ourselves. Come to us and let's do it, because we're going to have 1 week of fun activities in Dubai, and all that you have to do is to link up with us. When we get to Dubai, we will be doing some desert safari, Dubai Frame, Atlantis Water Park, Dubai City Tour, Yacht Party, and there will be a party in the club as well. So you can pay just 12,000 to be part of this if you want to share your room. But if you want to get a room to yourself where you can do your things, it is 13,500 Ghana cedis, and that is what you have to do. So feel free, call us, and let's connect. Let's go to Dubai for some 1 week. It is good for the mind. Like Dr. Anita was telling me, traveling is good. It exposes you to so many things. So once in a while, or once in a lifetime, you must do some 1 or 2 trips to see how things are done at the other side of the world. So remember to call us and let's do it. Maybe you're an artist, you want to take advantage to go shoot a music video. You can also connect to us, just as Kojo King is going to shoot his first ever music video. Like, this guy is a top artist though. Yeah. Kojo is a top artist. Like, his first ever music video, he's going to Dubai to shoot it. Wow, this guy is a great guy. Oh, big ups to Nash for making this possible as well. Okay, now let's do this. Still coming from the guys who gave us, I'm sure today we've dealt with them, most of the topics are the guys who gave us hits years of old. Antwi was one of the popular groups in our music space as well. They were two, and the last time I got to know that really and truly they were blood related, as in they were brothers for real. And they gave us hits. Interestingly, in an interview with them here on Sammy Flex TV Real Talk, Antwi, who is the only surviving member of the group, is telling us that despite all the hits they made during their reign, none of their songs even got nominations. None. Like I asked, Antwi, were you sure they were falling right into the calendar year? He said yes, most of the songs were falling right into the calendar year. Even in terms of charts, music charts, they were part of the music charts. Number 2, number 6, number this, number that, for weeks. So how come did they not get nominated in any award scheme? And especially, I'm sure the topmost award scheme we have in Ghana, VGMS, will be one of their worries. So I'm asking, if you're an artist, you make the hits, you play the shows, you do all the traveling, you chop some of the girls and all those things, and you still don't get awards, should you be that bothered? And Kojo King is going to start this because now he's an artist, so he's going to start this. That if you're an artist, you make all the hits, you do all the things that artists do, and you are not able to get mentioned for awards, should you still be bothered? Should you be worried? Watch this video. It also happened right here in the studios of Sammy Flex TV Real Talk, and the full video is also online that you can refresh our page, get a video, and enjoy that beautiful conversation as well. Watch it. I'll be right back. Within those years, Mutimi winning awards be Mutimi within those years, Mutimi winning awards be mutimi to amafo akwan bi
akwan to the to kakra but awards na me dwen ho amentiase because somewhere 2003 na ankrebo ye beda 6
yeah
on say first na chart no na ye organic because no mo kofa African tamanto enti showbiz for chart no ye beda 6 from 6 ye beda 6 for 2 weeks and ye beda third for 3 months and ye beda second for 6 months but ya nominate ya moyedin po Ghana Music Award.
Wow.
And you know, Mama Anji awards na year because if really say celebrity and you are hit woman na Sekina ayi estimate and na oda first me intro estimate inti antima na first da nanso ya nominate ya moyedi po ho nti ama me doubt
enti ebesi na ma unya confidence e wo Ghana Awards mu
me there I don't really know say na I genuine dia ya da nyame ase but back then na I think say maybe ana because na me tiase because Sekina supposed to be on the award schemes ya nyakura na because enyuma e hiti wo Ghana as a new artist no na ye ka ho ya moyedin wo ho maybe ana time no mjin see in classifo ntino we don't need to be celebrator fine ye be yankrebo
na minim say sometimes ana award scheme ne bi o mo hwe calendar year no e bi atama onyom ne ba bonte na mudem
yedem pa ne yedem pa ema me
because anyu we na enyum akese pa
o ne me boss be din komo kra ka say fa kwan we so aye betime win award ma me boss fire but
obi shedan industry ni bi ni bedin komo say obetimi afa ekwan bi so mama nya award ni bi
fa kwan we so aye betime win award ma me boss no per show
aspect
oye ne so ye bia ya moyedin ho
mo fa kwan ne so still ti but nomination kwa mo nya bi da
ye moyedin ho poda
as antwini enchi hit abebo kromo anyina nomination ba kwa mo nya bi da
even Ankrebo supposed to win
album
of the year because near wo Ankrebo odon komo odo yewu efi ma no so African girls wo so masu meshe bi wo so nti se wo album enyum 5 I hate keko
they were major hits they were major hits that one I can confirm
nti se enyum 5 I hate wo one album so na say even ya nominate artist ni wo ho ana che se ba ne sen
wow to say that I'm out red pan there where you referee Ghana Awards so all right, so that was the combo with Anchigali. He's released a new one. It is called We Make Wild. And you can also go... No, I Make Wild. Okay, I Make Wild. You can go online to go listen to it. And he's back. Like, he's back with some energy. He needs our support. Let's see what we can do for him. Kojo, like I was saying, you are the artist here. Now that you are making hits, imagine you record your first single, poof, everybody is singing it because I know that your song will hit. Yeah, I've listened to that song. It will hit. When it comes out and you don't get nominations for New Artist of the Year or maybe on song or discovery.
And I must say I love the Shaolin look of
you like the new look,
Shaolin.
I see. I didn't know you like it.
Yeah, Shaolin.
No, that thing which was covering it is a special package.
Yeah.
Like when it comes, he removes.
And you see that Shaolin there?
Yeah.
Sakura, then they will live there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. Okay, I'm fortunate that I have been a pundit, a journalist, before maybe becoming a musician. So some of the things I've gotten to know about it. And personally, it is difficult for me to condemn award schemes unless maybe there are other things that maybe they are not doing right in terms of production or the event organizer. But with the scheme, I've come to realize it is business. So get to understand how the business goes so that you can play according to their game if you want it. Because first, it is your music before somebody sat down and designed an award scheme
to suit your
music or make business from your product. You didn't release your music or you didn't produce music because you wanted to win an award. They are rather trying to generate business out of your business. So get to understand that, okay, there are rules and regulations in there. And there's a way that if I want to be part of it, I can also influence myself in there. And that is what beats most of our people. They don't even understand the basic things like the category definitions and certain factors that can help you to even become a competitor in some of these schemes. And so me, I wouldn't be so surprised if, let's say, my song becomes the #1 in Ghana and it didn't win an award. In the first place, the point is, am I interested in the award? If I'm interested, then me and my team, we need to enter into it with full force. Make sure that whatever strings that we need to pull and make sure that we get it, we have to. Knowing well that maybe that award scheme or winning that award is going to catapult us to the next level. So if you approach it as business and not like one of those that whether they give it to me or not, I'm okay. Then later don't come and complain. When they make some of these claims, I also want to revisit back into time and check the other songs that their songs were competing. So in the time of Uncle Bo, Sekina, and Odon Komo, those time, what were the competing songs? If we can record them, then we will know that, okay, the songs that won, do they really deserve it, or they were cheated, or they were robbed? Because I think he gave us statistics that they were on number 6, came to
number 3,
and there was a song that was
Esther Smith,
that they couldn't beat. And also
that was only for the charts.
For the charts.
For the music charts.
Exactly. And they were voting as well. So their case was on nomination. That because their song did well, definitely maybe they should have been nominated. But if I can make a stronger case, then I need to check the songs that were nominated
as of the time.
Then if we compare their weight, we can know that, okay, comparing this song to Ankrebo or Don Komo, then it means you did the wrong work. You didn't do a good work for neglecting a song like this. But me personally, from an artistic point of view, I've come to understand these award schemes. And so if I really want it and I file, unless maybe the statistics or according to the category definition, I've met all the requirements and even voting, there is a proof that I am leading and they rob me, then I have a case. But if it's about competing and maybe probably somebody beat me to vote with votes, then I don't think I don't have any worry about not winning awards. Yes, personally, yes, at times it is sad that you have done so much and you think you deserve to be honored. Maybe looking at the other songs that were honored, comparing to yours, you feel that
you deserve better.
It's about exploit and impact. Then my song did better than this. So why was it given? Then you have doubt to not trust some of these award schemes. So I think he knows what happened at the time, but it is still fresh in his mind. So he can really say that, okay, I don't feel they are credible because of how they treated us back in the days. But aside that, on any other score, award schemes are business. They even look at people that when they award, it can give them the viability and to propel them to even come back again until we have an award that is so open, like they are not business focused or business centered, and they are looking to award people for what they have done for the genuine West, like my trending super verse now, if they feel like, okay, this is a beautiful masterpiece, so
we should give
him
the recognition.
Exactly, and not enter into vote. Yes, then we have that award, then everybody will be fine. Until then, every artist, whether established or upcoming, understand that award schemes are in there for business. There are rules and regulations. Get to understand how the game is being played and come prepared.
Okay, thank you. Chamo, what do you also think should be the case of Anchigali? Should he be worried or he should just ignore like Kojo wants us to know?
No, he should be worried, but I think Oman Yomuniamansu, because me I'm a and I was surprised. Say,
yeah, President, when he mentioned all those songs to me, I was also surprised.
Yeah. So a new way nomination cry. Oh, come on.
I see nominations, Trump. Because did you guys fall into the calendar year right? He said yes, they were in it. And we'll be able to tell them someone a country. Oh, Koya country. She's still Anye.
I think made the best show man kasa. Or at the time, you know, they didn't know how the game, you know, echo. And how to play the game well. Because award schemes, any music business, you know, there's a way to do it. If you don't do it right, you may get good product, but it may be difficult for you to get what you deserve. You can even get hit songs, but you still not make money. But anybody around you, will make money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they've been a majority say, yeah, almost
any awards be mutimi
according to the to kakra, but awards na me dwen ho amentiase because the somewhere 2003 na ankrebo ye be that 6 on say first na chart no organic no mo kofa
ye ko en kana anyway song na yi na ono really na ye the strength of the
that is after
by all my nominations cry na it means all my be right because on one so can say omo ayin omo boss no you show man no or you ready so be ama obi ba sa kwanche me did it kwanche na so cry for they didn't yes because they had something that I think say akwanche no call the right source and go bet me and renew with that space. Because when you have a good product and
a good boss who is also ready to spend some money.
He deserves it.
At that time, Ojanuma Records, they were really on point.
Yeah. And you know, I think for the award, you know, one, say, how the award schemes, you know, all pretty. So they didn't do certain things right, but they had good songs that I think at least nominations they don't get so many. But not to even get nominations at all. No. That's not.
Well, Nana, come through.
It's very sad. So, I grew up knowing their songs, so I know the kind of impact their songs made. And for us to hear from him say, nomination, I don't know. Say, let me be someone say, no more. File for nomination and I say not in their heads and they were just sitting down thinking say Shatta House will just automatically nominate them because they think their song is big.
At that time, every show they were playing every show.
Yes.
Music and all those TV shows.
Yes, they were everywhere, every corner. Hey. So I'm a bit surprised, but I would just say he shouldn't be worried about it. Me personally, awards are just like a bonus to an artist, like sort of as a Jumana, you know, the main target in here is Ubinya Sika, Ubinya Sa, you know, the awards a drag, you know, is an alongside achievement, which a new can say hit will be because you don't make your music set may release an album to go and win an award. You release album because you want to make an impact and make money out of that album. It shouldn't a man honey be brave. I mean, they sad say AC, but in your BB, I say, I was say hand because even in football, there are a lot of great players on our at their time. In fact, to me, what you want to be because player we hadn't seen a winning award. Which Wesley Snyder. What do you want to say? Adena winning award. Such a footballer, but also pay attention to timer or bar prime in the top number. In Crawford, near more compete at that time. No. Then we are all on person when Kojo. I just said maybe we should get the exact songs ahead. Money more compete.
Nomination government.
I think nomination government. No. At that time, na nyum na here na onya nomination. No, but here no onya nomination.
Nomination no.
No, a nomination to what category?
What are you saying? Yes. No, at that time they were doing hip life.
They have a lot of categories.
No, at that time they were doing hip life. They were doing hip life, high life, best group
of the year, popular song,
songwriter and all those things.
Those days, they were hit songs. Those were the days.
So they were also part of the hit song.
Artists were having hit songs. So it depends on the one that was what.
Not even the
nomination. My point is that.
I want to say
that they did not. They have to blame themselves.
That's where I want to go.
And I said, I'm more filing and so I am far. I mean, then we should look at a new man after you reject your model. And as you neglect your model, then you're going to call into which category. Or some of the categories we are mentioned. Then we can say, oh no, ABR.
I don't know. I'll count about Esther Smith because there was a year that Esther Smith sang in no. Nay tight, papa. Me refinyum no. Esther Smith you be or near Morris you
as the Korean.
That be Esther Smith. That's not.
Yeah, as a Korean Esther Smith.
Yeah,
I do Korean meaning.
But the Morris one there is recent too. It's very recent. The one with Morris
well, then with my other chrono. With my other chrono. Because I remember ye be na Esther Smith.
Esther there,
so and yeah, Esther, because I want to be master category in Esther Smith in
no, because at that time music chart in Puno. Esther Smith na moment koda number 1.
Na nomination.
When you be. Meanwhile, Esther Smith enya nomination be a JJ Awards.
That's the American chat near Shatta and find you. Maybe Esther Smith did something extra to what you are thinking.
Vote. Chat the only.
So we are saying nomination.
And then I make her say nomination. Maybe I also crap 1 point here, but say, so almost
me, I want to
one. Maybe aside that, no. Taking your songs there because me the artists be more ma file for nominations at man on my forms. Ma pick forms I file for nomination my artists be yeah nominate you.
Almost song no hit will be any. That's the argument here.
But and also bet me
hit song at least
Chemo, even if any hit song will be any mukrapona I was scheme there are categories. You were even new artists. I can say artists that make up submitted the works or qualify to be in new art. Yes. What a very young fan. The point is that
why file black sheriff no. Na ye
when you tell me I hate it.
I knew when I hate baby. Now still our only category be. That's what we are talking
about. Time is up. Time is up.
Almost filing in and no man file. But if you go beyond that point, I will defend it. Say almost filing. I will defend it. Say at least nomination.
Okay, yes. Now wrap up.
Me say, Obi to say Esther Smith ebe submit and now on submit. And yes, submission maybe there's an extra work be aside. Sa submission na Esther Smith be ye e bi engineer chinye
almost submit but almost extra working
and yes submission they can forget about the submission
and maybe Esther take that one off o say submission
be do so chemo
me point is say what the submission
be as a submission they crap na o can be Esther Smith support submit personally but something work for her That's what I'm saying. A lot of factors. So let's not limit it to just submission. Say,
so I'm submitting one dia. I will put my name on it.
So they will get the nomination.
So
Okay.
you shouldn't be able to say how.
Okay.
I mean, I'm back.
Well, I think that was 2005. Did he give you the year?
No, he did not give me the year.
Esther won. It was 2005.
Esther won what? Artist of the year?
I think not artist, but
Song of the year.
Category, yeah, that time.
Because at that time, Song of the Year was the leading category.
Okay.
Yeah. If you have the most popular Song of the Year, then it means indirectly you are the man of the day.
Not TV nomination.
Well, interesting. But we still wish him well. Now he's back. He's told us that he's ready to do it again. So let's pray he goes ahead to even do it bigger and better. Thanks to Kojo King. Thanks for coming through. Kojo is a marketing person. Kojo is a pundit, right?